Big up, big up, big up, big up for those that are still awake or those that are just waking up. We are about to embark on a very crucial Group C matchup between the current placed number 2 current placed team versus the number 1 placed team in this group, which is Uruguay. Uruguay is number 1, USA is number 2. So we are going to be definitely looking at an uphill battle if you're a U.S. men's national team supporter like myself. And even if you're not a supporter of the U.S. men's national team, it's still going to be a good game to watch because obviously it has one of our beloved Reds a part of this lineup or a part of this crew. Right now I have on the screen what the U.S. should be going forward with. This is the confirmed lineup. Now, I'm not certain if this is the confirmed formation. This formation that I've seen is they have it as a 4-4-2. I'd be really, really happy, and I'd be somewhat optimistic again to see if USA does come out in a 4-4-2. I would like for them to come in a 4-4-2, to be honest with you, because we don't have Timothy Weah, who has been unable to participate in this game because of his red card from the previous game. But we do have still a front that can compete. And I'm hoping that they get a couple opportunities to bag some goals. There's our boy Darwin Nunez. So, big qualifier for both of these teams. Big qualifier for these teams. Uruguay is already through to the next round. But again, I'd like to see us put together something of a fight. And I think that being the way that we got treated and the way that we got beat in the last game against Panama, I think that there has to be something of a fire set underneath this club or underneath this team today, because we deservedly need to go through to the next round. I'm not saying it's because I'm a fan of this club or this team, but I'm saying it because I honestly do believe that this is a golden generation for U.S. men's national team. I think that this is a crazy tournament to be a part of, being that it's got such incredible talented teams. And we have never we haven't lost a game in group stage, whether it's World Cup, whether it's Copa, any of these these tournaments that we do host here in America. We've never lost a game in America. So I hope that stat and tradition continues on for today. I'll go through the lineups with you as they go through. I think they're about to start the U.S. men's or the USA. Looks like they're about to start the USA national anthem. But what I was going to say is we got Pulisic and Balogun. Balogun is my choice of being a block, like a player that should have like a burst out or a breakout. Excuse me, that's the word I'm looking for. A burst out or breakout performance in this tournament. He's scored in both these games that we've played in. Had some really great goals too, by the way, in these games that we played in. We also have not only Pulisic up front, but we have Gio Reyna. We have Tyler Adams, who I'm sure you guys know from Leeds, if not from Bournemouth. Big up, Philip. Big up, Philip. Definitely appreciate you keeping me a little company with this game, man. I understand it's late. So, stick with me as long as you can. And hopefully it'll be some good times for the U.S. men's national team. We'll see about that. But again, we have Tyler Adams again in the midfield, along with finally, which I am actually happy to see as well, is that we're going to be bringing in Yunus Musa. Yunus Musa is a talented player, plays in La Liga. Absolutely could have used them, should have used them in the other game before this. But yeah, it looks like we are going to. Looks like they just changed it up. Looks like we're going to go for 4-3-3. I was hoping that we'd go for 4-4-2, to be honest with you. But it looks like they just changed up the lineups. Looks like Reyna's going to be pushed out to the right side to fill in for Timothy Way. I personally wouldn't mind seeing Reyna play there, but I would personally prefer to see us in a 4-4-2. I would like to see him. I think we're definitely going to see him centrally. I'd like to see him also. I'd like to see us possibly go with even like somewhat of a 4-4-2, but maybe even position it as a diamond and have Tyler Adams utilized as a DM, and then bring in Reyna as that 10 and have Balogun and Pulisic as our front striker or our front forward options. Have Weston McKennie and have Yunus Musa on the wing on the wings for our midfield, and then have Joe Scally, who's in for an injured Dest, Serginho Dest. Definitely, Serge. Hope that you're doing well, and hope that your rehab is going like you want it to go, which is hopefully swimmingly. Also, we also have Chris Richards, who plays for Crystal Palace, Tim Ream, who plays for Fulham, and obviously Anthony Robinson, who has been linked to Liverpool. He's a talent, and he's certainly a important person in this team, and someone that truthfully needs to make up for his performance in that previous game. And coming back in for us is Matt Turner in goal. He was injured in that game previously, but he has returned for our duties today in goal. In our opposition, we have Roche as their goalkeeper. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Vina, Oliveira, Arogo, Nandez, all in the back four. Valverde and Ugarte, who again has been mixed in with some of the transfer rumors out there. So Ugarte, who plays for Uruguay, is out there as well. And Palestra de la Cruz, who is a talented midfielder, by the way. And Araujo, who has scored in a couple of games for them previously. And as we all know, the big guy, Darwin Nunez, is up front. So we have some really cool options. And they've just kicked off in both games. We have 2 games going on today. And it's unique in that, both games are being played at the same time. So the other game is pivotal to this game. Bolivia and Panama are both playing in this game. If Panama were to win, it would require us to, and I say us being the U.S. men's national team, it would require for us to beat Uruguay. Our best option is just to win this game. But if we don't, then we have to, do some scoreboard watching, because Bolivia and Panama both are playing. They're both playing for something, and it's like it is something. Oh, we almost got a little something right there early, by the way. We almost got a little hope or a glimmer, but again, what we're looking at is a decent team. I'll bring up the Bolivia-Panama team too. This is the Bolivia team. Bolivia is playing with some names that, I'll be honest with you, I do not know too much about, other than what I've seen their play be, and their play hasn't been that exceptional. Panama is going to be in red, and Bolivia has like a greenish kind of tone color. It's like a green color jersey on. America is playing in white, and Uruguay is playing in their traditional blue color, as you know. But again, this is Bolivia's team here. They're playing a 3-4-2-1. And you can see the lineup along with Panama, who have some players not listed in this team because they got either ejected. They had a red card as well. and they've had some accumulation of a couple of yellow cards as well. So they're down a few people. But yeah, again, this is Panama squad that they play tough, they play rough, they play a lot of dark arts, they play definitely. They often are looking to get underneath your skin. Both of these teams are obviously Spanish-speaking teams, so they'll probably be saying some things to each other that they can at least interpret. Because I know that was the case. Is that in our game, Timothy Weah just had enough of the lip, basically. Just had enough of the lip. I got you, JD Activist. I appreciate you, brother. Big up, Jay. JD Activist is one of our brethren Reds that I know very well from the Coppish boys. So big up, JD Activist. Thank you for joining me today and showing some love here. Oh man, Bolivia with an absolute. I'm gonna end up watching both games here because I have both games on at the same time. So I'll give you updates from both Bolivia versus Panama, and I'll be giving you some updates, obviously, for Uruguay and USA. Yeah, my fellow American. Yes, you are, my brother. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's how I see it. Let's go. Red, white, and blue. Yeah, and I'm not really that I guess you could say hard pressed if Panama loses. By the way, I'm actually hoping that they do, to be honest with you. So yeah, there you go with that. It's getting a little testy already out in this game against Uruguay and Panama, or excuse me, Uruguay and USA. Weston McKennie just ended up, doing some defensive duties. They ended up, I don't know what he was trying to do there. The Uruguay player got, basically bullied off the ball, fell over. Then I don't know what he was trying to do. He was acting like a trained SEAL or something. I don't know what that maneuver was, but very, very interesting. I am going to say I'm going to set up also a little live score here too. At least if I can get it to, let's see if I have the live score capabilities. I do. Okay, cool. So what I have also for you guys is, let me bring up Bolivia's one too as well. Bring up Bolivia, and I'm gonna bring up things. I know Matt Turner isn't fully fit, Jay. I was kind of questionable on that as well when it came to, what we were going to be looking at from our goalkeeper. Sean Johnson is a good goalkeeper. Ethan Horvath is a good goalkeeper. I'm not going to blow smoke in your direction and say that they are exceptional goalkeepers. Okay. I'm not even going to say that, and this is just me being honest, I'm not even going to say that Matt Turner is some, incredible goalkeeper to write home about. But I will say that they are both serviceable. I'm just hoping that Matt Turner comes into this game with, I think Matt Turner knows that one of the major reasons why we're in this problem or in this predicament has been because of his play. So it's probably why he's trying to make a concerted effort. Big up, Dakota. Big up, Dakota. Thank you, Dakota. I know Dakota is going to be most likely with the Beijing Reds. Beijing Reds have a Beijing Reds TV also have a watch-along too. So, if you can put both our channels on, that's cool as well, But I definitely wanted to make sure that I gave a shout out for Dakota, Team Capri Sun, definitely in the house, and make sure that we all recognize that we always support each other when it comes to each other's channels out here, especially when you're a Red. JD Activist says Turner is better for his country than his club. I'd go as far as this. I can agree with you on that, Jay. I can agree with you on that. I would say you're right under. Yeah, go Panama. I guess. All right, I got you. I got you. I'm all about the red, gold, and green of beating Panama. The red, gold, and green of Bolivia. Bolivia. Um, but yeah, I was just saying you're right. Turner has been definitely a better presence when it comes to USA versus his club performance. He did get a big call up. I mean, he was playing for MLS. He was good in MLS, but he did get a call up to, or not call up, but he did get a transfer call to go and join Arsenal. Obviously, he was. I don't think that he was really ever in. I don't know why Arteta did go for him, but he was never really in his plans. So they ended up bringing in Raya, ended up shipping him out, and he ended up not being able to hang on to his, unfortunately, not being able to hang on to his gig with Forest, actually, which is, for neither here nor there, I guess. But yes, let me just log on to here. Gotta log back in. But we are definitely looking for some good things. He is showing levels, man. I agree with you on that too, Jay. He is so rapid when it comes to his pace. When he gets a little bit of like momentum behind him, he is ready to make a move and rock and roll. And that's exactly what we all know what he has in the locker, man. I'm hoping, though, that we can contain him a little bit. I'm not expecting great results from containing him, but if he's going to pick a day to start missing shots, miss them today, I guess, is what I would ask for him to do. We're playing him like this, we're in for a long night. Yeah. I agree. So I am, see how far off I am from the actual live. Right now I do have the other game is on being shown on the other screen here. I have the Bolivia Panama game being shown as my live score. I'm going to put the live score of the Uruguay game on in a second, but I'm trying to watch both games. Keep an eye on that. Let's see how far off. I'm not that bad. I have they're only like about 5 seconds ahead of me is my live score screen for display. So. No, he's not. Big up Bonkers in the house. Big up Bonkers. Big up. Mateus Vina, he plays left back and is only 26. Yes. Good player, by the way. Very good player. I guess it's kind of strange, though, to say only 26 because, like, in football terms, 26 is often looked at as being, like, your prime years. You know what I mean? Like, it's the years where you're supposed to be doing stuff. Yeah, I know. Chris Richards isn't a very fast center back though. But the one thing that is kind of one thing that is definitely scary is, look, Uruguay is going to press. They're going to press heavily on this team, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on that back line. I know that us relying on Tim Ream to hold down the fort and try to keep pace with Nunez is not the move. So that's not hopefully what we're trying to do. I hope that's not what we're trying to do at all. Some good games earlier today too. Oh, man. Got 2 headers in on one on goal there by Tim Ream. But, yeah, Richards is a shocking player. And yeah. We got options. We got options. Oh, Balogun almost had a crazy opportunity there. Reyna with a great play right there. I'm going to bring up, I'll share the tab for the U.S. game here too. Great opportunity right there. So I've just switched to the Uruguay versus USA game. Reyna with the cross, couldn't get it into Balogun. If he does, it's a tap in, but it's okay. We need a surprise. I would like to see us get some type of surprise goal here, just to at least get some type of real get around him. Oh, get around him, Balogun. He's got to be calling that. Thank you. He's got to be calling that. I'm going to tell you this, Jay. Jay, I'll tell you this. I'm interested to see how they do against Balogun's pace. Christian Pulisic isn't some rapid player. Reyna, not a rapid player either. This tournament has really put me into question with these referees. Really put me into question. That was a foul on Reyna. Okay, that's exactly who I thought it was. All right, so our referee today is Kevin Ortega. He's from Peru. All the referees are from CONMEBOL. There are no referees from CONCACAF involved in this play. I wouldn't necessarily say that's anything of a better deal for us, because CONCACAF referees tend to not want to give us any. They tend to have a little bit of a bias. That's just me talking when it comes to USA. But yeah, Kevin Ortega from Peru is the referee today, officiating. Should be interesting. They do allow a lot of physicality. They do allow a lot of physicality, and I don't mind having some of the physicality in there, but I mean, there is a point where it's just like, come on, dude. Like if you're holding and trying to like really like retain players by just holding on to arms and jerseys, that's a little bit excessive. And even I've seen headbutts in this game. Canada, some of Canada can talk about that. In that game against for Canada, they had a they're about to try to give a yellow card for this. They're about to try to give a yellow card for this, and they're probably going to try to give it to they're probably going to give it to Tyler Adams for an early yellow card, which really sucks. This is why I said the refereeing, if they give Tyler Adams a yellow card, I will be livid. How is Tyler Adams getting a freaking yellow card? Jeez, this is where we're at already, man. Tyler Adams got his ankle stepped on. He got his ankle absolutely stepped on. And he got a yellow card. This is some bull, man. This is how this is what I mean by the Copa. I know I'm getting aggravated already, but that's what I mean. Copa America referees have been horrible so far. That is horrible. He just put studs on the guy's ankle, and out of the 2 players that end up getting cards. You give the card to the guy that got stepped on. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. That's BS. It's already starting. It's already starting. The soccer gods are listening. They should hook up something for us here because that's some BS. That's some absolute BS. And a reason why I'm bringing this up is because Weston McKennie got a yellow card in the previous game. And Weston McKennie's tackle, when they showed it on replay, was a clean tackle. It was just acting. And he got a yellow card. It's like, stop making calls, man. Stop doing that. Stop making, like, to pull out a yellow card, you have to be assured that that player committed a yellow card offense. Because now you're going to impact his play going forward for the rest of the game. Absolute Bush League stuff there, man. Bush League stuff. I always, and the last thing I want to see is a referee trying to be, I heard that the term today, main character, settings. I hate when referees want to this all of a sudden try to over control. I'm saying get control of the game. Absolutely. The referee did not have control of that last game against Panama for us. There's like 19, 20, if not 20 fouls committed in that game. And that's just by Panama alone. But yeah. But yeah, that is what it is. Araujo, always in possession. He might be the best center back in this tournament. I'd have to do a run through on the teams and think of who else could maybe give him a run for the money. But I agree, Araujo is definitely a one of the top choices when it comes to center halves in this tournament. There's nothing on that free kick. Free kick wasted. I think I'm gonna think about that, Jay. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna think of who it is that. I'm gonna think about who that is. Who else I could possibly put in that list for you? Let's see. Argentina, Canada, Chile, Peru. Okay, if you go Militao, you're not going to give credit to Militao. Militao's a good back, though. I know Ecuador's got some good center backs. Wouldn't put Mexico really in that conversation. Yeah, and then the only other team you already put in Brazil's choices, but I can understand you saying that. It's a good shout. That's definitely a good shout. I mean, Hincapié, maybe. I don't know if he's better. I wouldn't say he's better. You're right, but I mean, he's definitely a player. There's definitely a player that can be argued for as having at least a bit of a shout. Ooh. Another handball, but no call. The Uruguay player played the initial ball with his what looked like to be a handball, and then he just had a handball there, but they didn't call that. Cool. A little bit of pressure. Again, this pressure is going to be interesting. And I know Chris Angel is already loving the fact that freaking Panama is up 1-0, it looks like. Yes, 1-0 already against it looks like Jose Fajardo has scored for Panama. That makes it a lot more of a difficult path way to what we need to have happen. But all the same, game's not over. So I'm hoping that Panama shows a little bit of cracks on it there, because Panama has just scored, and that makes it that much harder for us. Panama wins this game. If Panama wins this game against Bolivia, then that means that, yeah, I know Panama's best player is suspended. He was the one who got the red card, Jay. But if Panama does win this game against Bolivia, it means that it means that we have to win against Uruguay. It means that we have to win against Uruguay. Oof. Dangerous in-swinging ball. This is already a very physical game. Oh, Uruguay player is down on the pitch. Looks like he might need to be subbed off because I think he might be a concussion. He does not look like he's not really moving much. Yeah, he's asleep. That's what it looks like. I'd have to see this on replay. Jerry, did he hit his head against them, or it was a quick it's pretty quick what just went down and happened. Obviously, there's going to be quite a bit of extra time put on, as we look like it could be a little bit of a lengthy stoppage here. Tim Ream is also getting looked at as well. So I would most likely think that hopefully USA is warming up some players in case Tim is unable to continue. I hope that's not the case, obviously, because Tim Ream is a very important player for us. Looks like he's getting up to his feet and is walking it off. That's good to see. Yeah. Big up Rasta Crab. Big up Rasta Crab. Appreciate some of the Beijing Reds TV guys showing some love, hopping into the chat here, showing some love. Beijing Reds TV have a watch along going on simultaneously. So again, if you guys want, you can definitely hopefully you can put on both our tabs, put the tabs for both our channels on there. Shout out to Beijing Reds for sure. It's not a Uruguay always gets away with, like, they give a lot of questionable stuff. But this ref is horrible. Yeah, he's on a stretcher. Yeah. He's moving his hands, which is good. He looks to be alert. I think they got him in a neck brace. So whatever the hit was about, it was big enough that it was, they wanted to make sure. Uruguay is a master of the dark arts. Yeah, definitely. It's a Rojo actually that's getting subbed out too. He's been actually a very good player for them. Very, very good player for them. Looks like yeah. It's going to be interesting what they do with this game too. And what I mean by interesting as to what they do with this game, in this Uruguay at least, is that if Uruguay is going to, obviously press and do the things that they're really going to look to do with this game, I wonder if they're going to, knowing they're already through. Yeah. Balogun's offside, so I think. Jeez, man. Uruguay is trying to hurt someone in this game. He's definitely all sides. But geez, man, that's on some like again, Uruguay looking to hurt. Golly, man. Again, just a physical game. It's called like, let's just get control of ourselves here, man. Yeah. I want to see this on replay, guys. Yeah, goalkeeper has to get there. I get that he has to get there, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help. He's definitely all sides. He's all sides. But what's really what I'd like to see is though it's the fact that Araujo is beaten, and rather than play the ball, he pushes him in the back over the ball into the goalkeeper. It's a dangerous play. It's an absolute dangerous play. Absolute pathetic, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Exactly, Jay. After he gave him some praise, he goes and does that. That's pretty pathetic. That is pretty pathetic. So he's back to his feet. We cannot lose Balogun. I don't mind Pepe being a choice off the bench, but or even Sargent. Josh Sargent's had a really good run of games. It was his club team, actually, Norwich. So another player that is trying to get some traction and get back into the graces of starting for U.S. men's national team. Balogun is definitely come on. Come on. All we need is I just want to see us get one goal. One goal. Obviously, I want to see 2 goals. 1 goal for us, 1 goal for Bolivia. We're in the attacking measure here. Right now, I don't mind what we're seeing from America. Be nice to see us put some string of plays together so we can get an actual shot on goal. Be fantastic. We need a goal, people. We need a goal. Yeah. Ugarte is not. I'm with you on that, Jay. I was asked about Ugarte earlier on my show. I did a show early today, and it was a good show. If you get a chance, definitely people in the chat, or if you're watching this on replay. Oh, come on, Pulisic. Oh, come on. What I was saying is that we did a show today, and I basically went over some of the targets in Euros for Liverpool that are playing and participating in the tournament, in the Euros 24 tournament. And Ugarte was brought up, and I like that Ugarte. I definitely like that Ugarte would bring some. Oh, come on. And you're going to give a card. What the? This is what is going on with this? How are you going to show someone how are you going to show someone a yellow card and say play on? That is push league refereeing, dude. What is that? That makes no sense. Please tell me how that's supposed to be a reality. That is some very poor Copa America. You're supposed to be bringing your best referees. If this is the level of referees in Copa or in CONMEBOL, geez, I can understand why Europe has been talking about the way that they talk about the difference between the two. You can't play on. You can't give someone, you can't pull a card and give someone a yellow card and say play on. They're two things that don't go together. And now it looks like that's Trish Richards is going to, because of this, Trish Richards is going to be suspended for the quarterfinals if we do make it there. But now they're playing as if they're not bringing it back. What they're doing is they're playing it. That's horrible. That's horrible refereeing. They just gave him a throw-in. That's horrible. I don't think it was a red card because he was in front of him. If he was behind him, it'd be a different story. But if you're the last man, and I'd have to look at it again, Jay. But you know what? It doesn't even matter now. Like, he played on. He issued him a yellow. He played on. You can't go, I don't know. You just can't go back in time and say, hey, now we're going to give you a red. That would be very, 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 very harsh if that was the case. Huh. And they called play on right there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Again, that's a yellow card too. Exactly. Jeez, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. This game has not started off well for a referee in trying to project some type of balance, some type of feeling that you are being protected as a player out there on the pitch. And yeah, yes, and Panama is currently beating Bolivia. Yes, they are. Currently. We'll see if it continues on. I'm trying not to eat in if you guys got snacks, obviously go ahead and munch away. I'm trying not to eat. I don't like to eat on online or during streams because I don't want you to like I don't want to eat in your face or something like that. I haven't had my dinner or even my lunch really today. Been streaming all day pretty much. But again, 1-0 still in that Panama game. Look, been you could say it's definitely been pretty there's been some contentious to say one word for it, I guess. I know Bolivia haven't scored, and they've been scored on a bunch this tournament. They've been scored on a bunch. Yeah, they've been good on set pieces too. Let's see what they do with this. Again, Tyler Adams on a yellow. Uruguay trying. Tyler Adams is a good player, but he does need to be careful. You're right about that, Jay. He needs to be careful, because it's going to be tough sledding if you're going to be trying to play defensively. Nunez misses the net there on that volley. Bolivia has a player on a yellow card already as well. But we can hope for the best against this. Come on, Bolivia. Come on. De La Cruz has been Uruguay's best player, low key. I can agree with that. Maybe I loosely agree with that. I think that I mentioned it early though. I think De La Cruz is a talented player, a midfielder that I like, and I guess you could say it's very he sticks out in this team, say, for obvious reasons. But I agree. Yeah, in this tournament, he's been good. He's been good for them though, even in the build up to World Cup, as in the World Cup qualifiers. He's been good in too as well. Because I watch Uruguay. I watch the teams that have Liverpool players in them. Obviously Colombia. Obviously, I watch Uruguay, like I just mentioned. But again, Balogun is down once again. I think that's going to be the end of Balogun's run. Ricardo Pepi, I am saying this is your opportunity to make a real difference. It's done. I definitely think that it's over with, because Balogun is unlacing his boots. Whenever you see a player start to unlace his boots, or maybe take his shin guards out, it's a wrap. You know that they're not continuing on. Ricardo Pepi's got some memorable moments with the United States as well. He's got the ability to impress. He's got a lot of pace. He's definitely got the height, and he certainly has the strength to hold off defenders and be able to contend against back lines. So I'm hoping that he can bring some of a lift to a Balogun who does. I guess he's I'm not certain what his injury is, but Balogun is done for the evening in the 41st minute. 28 appearances, 10 goals for Ricardo Pepi. So I'd like to let's see Pepi do something, and then maybe hit him with Josh Sargent if he can't. But now Ricardo Pepi is going to have to certainly get in. That's a handball, but I guess we're not going to call it. Now we get they don't call it a handball. We get the advantage where Pulisic is breaking on the sideline, and then the referee calls it back. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm sorry. I know it's probably loud, but oh my gosh. There's nothing worse than a referee that just looks like this is his first time refereeing. Come on, man. So we're back into this. Uruguay has the ball at midfield, trying to progress into the Liverpool into the U.S. men's national team's final third. I'm just saying, just don't give away something stupid here. Scally trying to do something. Oof. Good try. Good try. Good cross. Poor. Oh, come on, Ricardo. That's it. Control. Pulisic. Come on. Pulisic pushing into the box. Oh, man. Save by Uruguay. I don't know if that looked like I was trying to be a shot on net. Looked more like a shot than it was a cross. But I don't know why. I don't know why, honestly, why Gio is playing on the left wing, it looks like. And it looks like he's playing on the left wing, and it looks like Pulisic is playing on the right wing, but I'm not certain if that's just because they switched fields and they haven't switched back. But it looks like Pulisic is staying on the right side. Pulisic's normally a left-sided player. I invite him. Philip, have a good night. Thank you for joining, Philip. Appreciate you, brother. As always, have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow when I go over the Copa. Liverpool's targets in Copa America have some cool names to include as well for you. But Jay, I agree. I invited Cal on to. I know that Cal's got a bunch of stuff that he's got to do. He's got a family, and he's probably been. It's late and the whole nine and blah blah blah. So I take no offense of him not joining. But you're right. I wish Cal needs to see Ugarte in this game. Two creative midfielders in De La Cruz and Valverde. Yeah. Oof. And Kenny for good clearance there. Yeah. Big up, Philly Liverpool FC. Big up, big up. Hope that you're able to watch this U.S. men's national team with me, brother. Definitely good to see you. We're trying. They're trying. All right. Pressed out by Tyler Adams. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick. I'm gonna also it's 1-0 at halftime. A very, very quick halftime, I guess, primarily because this had the stoppage with the dangerous play, not dangerous play, but like with the head injury. At least I'm thinking it's a head injury because he is in a neck brace. Nunez luckily gets the ball taken away from him by Tyler Adams. I think you might want to do a typo correction on that Philly Liverpool FC. I am excited about slot. So but I know who you're talking about. That is definitely a typo. I get you. I know. I was 50-50, Jay, about Ugarte. I got you. I was 50-50 about Ugarte. Oh, Reyna almost a good. If Reyna can control that, he is in. Just a little bit better touch. But I was 50-50 on Ugarte. I think that I have watched a couple of games with him involved in it, and I haven't been overly impressed with his play. But again, how a player ends up looking, how a player ends up looking on a club team as opposed to his national team can sometimes be a little bit of a difference because of the styles of play. That I understand. Only way I want Nunez to score is if we score 2. How about that? I want Nunez to score, but I want to see us score twice. What are we about to do here? There's a yellow card out of the referee's pocket. I'm waiting to see who is going to get this. Oh, Nunez is most likely going to get that. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do. No, Nunez got the card. Nunez got the yellow. This is the first yellow card for a Uruguay player all tournament. It's the first card they've been issued. 5 minutes of extra time is being put on this, but it's obviously not going to be. It's going to be a little bit over 5 minutes because we're looking at Scally that has just been injured or hurt, or at least fouled by. He's been fouled by Nunez. So we're hoping and praying that that he gets something. I don't know who that was in the stadium or in the crowd there. I don't like this because Scally has been playing decent, not great, but decent for U.S. men's national team. Today's been good though. And what's kind of I know we're about to get it started up again. USA attacking. But what's been a concern is, or what would be a concern if he were to have to be dropped, is that Scally is already replacing one of our normal starters in Dest. So I don't know what's up with Turner, by the way. There's no putting a smile on that one, Turner. Don't kick the ball. Don't take the kicks. Don't take goal kicks or any kicks for us if you can't even keep the ball in play. Not that far off. Oh. Uruguay with the ball safely again. They're in their attacking. I know it says halftime, but I'm going to see this replay real quick. We had an attacking try. Yeah. 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 You know what? I wouldn't be all that surprised if we see Suarez get subbed in for Nunez at the half. I get that Nunez is trying to get a record by getting a goal in this game for consecutive scoring for games, consecutive games scored for Uruguay. But what I can see them doing is subbing in Suarez because of I could see them subbing in Suarez because the last thing you want to do is end up getting another yellow on Nunez and having him be unavailable for the quarterfinals, which is what that would end up resulting in. Yeah, he can't get a yellow. If that's 2 yellows and a red, that'd be horrible for him. I agree with you, Jace. Serginho Dest is not a viable option when it comes to defensive measures. He is an excellent right back when progressing forward. 0-0 in Kansas City right now, and 1-0, 1-0 at I'm trying to think of where they're playing. They're playing at for the I'm trying to think of where they're playing. Orlando. They're playing Orlando. Bolivia, Panama are playing in Orlando right now. So yeah, 1-0 is the score at halftime. I need Bolivia to score. If they don't want to score, I need Panama to score an own goal. I am shameless. I do not care. Bolivia is definitely on poor form. They've lost the last 5 games. So not exactly a great stat to look at when it comes to that. But yeah, that is what it is. It says from Philly Liverpool FC, if we lose, who are you rooting for to win the cup? I'm rooting for either, to be honest, I am rooting for, honestly, either Uruguay or Colombia, not in those two particular like not one or two, but I would say I would like to see Uruguay or Colombia win this tournament. If it's not obviously U.S. men's national team, but if it ended up being either or, if U.S. men's national team don't make it into the knockout stages, I'm rooting for Colombia probably first with my heart. First would be Colombia, and then beyond that would be Uruguay as being my second choice. Big game tomorrow, by the way. Romania versus Netherlands. Who do you guys have in that game too, by the way? Romania versus Netherlands is tomorrow. Also, I believe Austria versus Turkey tomorrow. Games are going to be at 7 p.m. and it looks like 10 p.m., I think, your time in the UK. Tomorrow, another good game, though. It's going to be played at the same time. Brazil versus Colombia, Costa Rica versus Paraguay. Could be an opportunity for Costa Rica to get some type of points in this game. Obviously, Brazil, Colombia are both going to be playing for who ends up being the heir apparent for that group, with Brazil and Colombia both on Brazil on 4 points, actually, Colombia on 6 points. So they need a result. They need a win. Brazil needs a win to end up winning their group. If Costa Rica were to get a win, and if Costa Rica were to get a win, and Brazil was to lose, then Brazil most likely would still move on because of goal differential, but they will both be on 4 points. So I got you on that, Cody. Anytime goal. I got you on that, Philly Liverpool FC. I will definitely put that down. Netherlands are the team I'm backing when it comes to the Euros too. I know by saying that I'm virtually jinxing these teams, but it's good to be honest. I think it's good to be honest. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not predicting. I'm just saying who I'm rooting for. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I look at it that way. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can get some type of result from that. I'm also looking at I'm interested to see what team Uruguay brings out. We've already seen them obviously have to sub in for their injured player. We also know, let's see, so far let's see who they subbed in. We have obviously Pepe being subbed in for us, being U.S. men's national team, as Balogun went out with some type of injury. I don't know what it is. They haven't announced anything. It might be just maybe it's the quad thing. I don't know. He was already unlacing his boots when he went down, so that was not a good look. But I'd like to see us. I'd like to see Uruguay know that they've got this locked up. Maybe bring in some different players that aren't going to be involved in. I don't know why they're doing it. I mean, also maybe this is just his tactics, but I don't see why he's not playing a squad that can rest his players for that next round. If you're going to do it, maybe he goes into this game thinking, I'm going to give these players, the more pivotal players on this team, 65 minutes at most, and then start to get the rotation rocking and rolling. The initial rotation or initial sub was certainly not something they were. I don't think that was something that they were expecting to do. Looked like for a second I thought I knew someone in the stands there. But yeah, I'd like to see that. I don't think they'll park the bus for Liverpool FC. I don't think they would park the bus, most likely because that's just not their style. Even no matter what it is, they wouldn't park the bus against a USA team. They're not going to park the bus. But I'll tell you this. Also, with the yellow card on Tyler Adams, one, it's unfortunate because most likely we weren't going to get a full 90 out of Tyler Adams anyway. But it does play our hand a little bit quicker than we possibly wanted it to be. Jeez, I can't believe that they called that. Cannot believe they called that. That they're just showing some of these calls already back. That was horrible. Most likely we will see, my call at least is we might see Johnny come in. Maybe we see Brendan Aronson, but he plays more up front for us. He plays more like a winger position. Oh, that's a handball, but then not to call it. This referee's horrible. I hate when we don't do well in games, and not only not do well, but it's more. Oh wow, that you can't give him that. What is this Bolivian team doing, dude? Horrible marking. Why number 4 for Bolivia who is the captain, is asking questions on that goal. I have no idea. No way. No idea why he'd be asking questions on that. So we're at halftime again. This referee is out of his depths, but it is what it is. Why the referee just didn't call that back? I have no idea. Like, he can just take his whistle out and call it back. They didn't even take the free kick or a quick play from the spot where the foul was. I've seen them pull it back for that reason alone. Still a long way to go in both these games. Still a long way to go in both these games. Halftime again. 1-0 for. We have a 1-0 score for Bolivia, Panama, and we have a 1-0 score for no, sorry about that. I almost brought up a Whole Foods. I don't know why. I almost bought the Whole Foods website for some reason. But again, we are. I think that's the only. I don't know if we're going to see Luca De La Torre. We most likely will see Johnny. There's a lot more. We brought on our bench a lot more coverage when it comes to our front line, and we brought a lot more coverage than I say a lot more, not a lot more, but we brought enough coverage to handle the back line for us as well. So, I don't know if where some of these players will noticeably make a difference. Because again, Ricardo Pepe's already been subbed in. He's a forward. Ethan Horvitz, Sean Johnson, both are goalkeepers. Carter Vickers is a center half. Christopher Lund is a defender. Shaq Moore is a defender. Mark McKenzie is a defender. Miles Robinson is a defender. As far as our front line, Haji Wright is a forward. Josh Sargent is certainly a forward. Brendan Aronson, again, he can play midfield, but he's more of a front line player for us. Plays more on like the right wing, or if not a left wing position for us. Doesn't really play. I wouldn't want to see him be put into the midfield if necessary. Mark Tillman is a midfielder, but I wouldn't. He's an attacking midfielder. He's not someone I would bring in for Tyler Adams. And again, Johnny or Luca De La Torre is our only options, it looks like. Luca De La Torre does play midfield, does play some defensive midfield. And Johnny is more of a center midfielder, but he does play defensive mid as well, or can play. And he was the striker, or excuse me, the midfielder of choice to come in that last game. But where we were trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead and ended up not being able to hold on. He plays for Johnny currently plays for Real Betis currently. Luca De La Torre plays for Celta Vigo as well. So those are the two main options I'd say that we probably be looking at, seeing if we are going to see a sub in for Tyler Adams. We're going to have to find a way to get a goal because that's looking like the only way that we're going to advance. Like, we don't want to take our chances at Bolivia is going to tie up that score. But again, I don't know if Mark Tillman would come in. And again, I don't think Brendan Aronson would come in either. Brendan Aronson plays mainly wing, plays wing for us, but he plays an attacking midfielder. And you might know Brendan Aronson from his games that he's played for. He plays for Leeds. He's actually been a very good player for Leeds as well. Very good player for Leeds. And Mark Tillman actually has been doing decent, but he's been playing for he plays for PSV actually. He plays for PSV. Mark Tillman. So those are our 4 options when it comes to the back or the midfield. And I hope that Uruguay just again just kind of just says, you know what, let's rest some of these players. Let's take a rest. Hoping. Hope springs eternal, as they say, right? Hope springs eternal. Plus, come on, Jay. I think, Jay, aren't you from, I don't know if you're still in the chat, Jay, or not. I believe Jay is from New York, I want to say. I think it's from the New York area, I think. You can't be rooting for Canada, man. Especially if you're from New York. Canadians do not mix with, excuse me again. The Canadians do not mix, especially when it comes to Toronto. You know, Toronto and the Raptors, when it comes to New York Knicks or to the 76ers for us, Philly Liverpool FC can recognize that. I do not like Toronto Raptors at all. So, yeah. Waiting for halftime to come to an end. Definitely waiting for halftime to come to an end. Ugarte next to Valverde. I kind of thought Araujo would be the captain of this team. But Valverde is definitely there. Yeah, man. That's why I got no love for the Raptors. No love. That shot was some BS. We go through in that series. We go through in that series against the Raptors. I think the Sixers had a very, very good chance of winning. I think we could have won the NBA Finals if we go through. I think we can win. We can win if we go through. I understand that, you know, Toronto got fortunate with some of the injuries that happened to Golden State in that series. You know, obviously losing Thompson and KD going down in that series, but you know, if we had to face against the same circumstances and face against the same team, I think we could have beaten them. I think we obviously could, honestly do. Yeah, Blue Jays. Oh, that was a long time back, but that is a good shout. The Joe Carter walk-off home run against the Phillies. Yeah, you gotta hate that. You gotta hate that. That was a blast too. A bomb, absolute bomb. Joe Carter, good player too. Certainly wrote himself into Toronto sports legendary status with that home run. Certainly did. So let me double check and make sure they're not live. They are showing. Looks like the game has started, but I'm going to double check to make sure. Going to reload the feed just to make sure I'm not missing any action and giving the play-by-play here for you guys. Loading it up. Yeah, it looks like we are in. We're already in. Sorry about the startup. For some reason, it was like this loading. But dangerous attack for United States. After Uruguay had their dangerous attack that went wide. Um, mm, 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 mm. 8 years old. Long time ago. Long time ago. I don't understand why that wasn't. Why that's not a card? Maybe it's not an elbow. Yeah, he caught him in the face. He did catch him in the face, but it's not an elbow. Could have been a call, but not. I don't think you give a yellow card for that. But you never know. Anything that goes into the facial area of players, for the most part, is almost automatically called a card in most days. In most cases, in today's game, Uruguay is pressing forward for dangerous attack. Shot off target though. Shot off target. Off target. Um, USA back to attack. Back to the attack. I'm gonna give a quick peek on the Bolivia game too. Um, Pretty even game when it comes. Wow, that was a nice little shot by the Bolivian, or excuse me, by who was that? Valverde. Of course it was. Valverde is really, really good, man. I can understand why we would be looking at his talents or looking to possibly uh, engage in his talents. Oh, Anthony Robinson wins the ball back, but Uruguay's got the ball back again. The only thing I don't like about what I'm seeing from this team right now in the U.S. is that, or one of the things I don't like right now is that now without Balogun, who can create on his own, somewhat on his own, can be a definite threat when it comes to passing. Dangerous attack by Uruguay. Trying to make sure that this doesn't end up in some type of silly score. Still have a dangerous attack going on. All right, cool. Looks like we're gonna get a goal kick out of this. Looks like a goal kick out of this. All right, we can. I can take that. I can take that. um, what I was saying is, without Balogun in the game, Pepe and Balogun offer two different types of forwards for the United States. Pepe isn't a forward that you're going to say, oh well, he'll play good ball by Uruguay. That is scary. Joe, not good. Joe Scally is injured. Looks like he's going to be coming off possibly in the 55th minute. He's injured. He was already laboring from an earlier challenge. Hoping that he can figure it out, because if that doesn't happen, then what happens is we don't really. Again, Scally is our backup to our starter. So now, if he ends up not being able to play, now what do you do? You already lost some offensive threat from our right back by bringing in Scally, albeit he's a better defender than Dest, but that's marginal at best. It looks like we're going to be bringing in. Looks like we're going to bring in Shaq Moore. We're going to bring in Shaq. It looks like, and again, he's more. Shaq Moore is more of a. He's more of a defensive, like a right center back than he is especially for United States, he's more of a right center back than he is a right back. But why this sub, another bad sub to have to make when it comes to the stability of this team, is because is if they do make the sub, that is because Shaq Moore isn't a right back. So now you're going to have a more defensive-minded player at right back. You're not going to get really that forward, aggressive, offensive momentum going with that right side. That's obviously the side that also has Pulisic on, one of the more notable players. Okay, cool. Again, it's just something that's at least my take on this. It's my take. Anthony Robinson is an absolute beast when it comes to our left back, I should say, excuse me. Absolute beast when it comes to left back. I love his ability to play, his ability to put speed when he needs to put speed in. He's not going to get muscled from the ball. Often in case he'll be able to, do a little Hulk move himself against the right backs or right wingers, excuse me, that he has to go up against. Scally is continuing on, by the way, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if Uruguay doesn't try to test that side of the pitch simply because of the injury. Oh my God! Oh, that whack call. Master McKinney. Still hoping to get some type of get something out of this game. Still looking for some type of breakthrough goal here. Most notably from our perspective, being America's perspective. I don't even want to say, but we're at the 58th minute, coming up on the 59th minute here. The amount has definitely, subdued, excuse me, a little bit more. You gotta excuse me. I am watching the game from the executive suites at Anfield. You guys are my guests, so you can order whatever you want on the menu. Weston McKennie, you gotta have a better touch than that. Better touch than that, man. Much better touch than that. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if there still is. I don't think there is. There used to be grass stains in this jersey because I used to wear it. I used to actually wear it when I would, sometimes when I would play. I wore it to my tryout originally. Wore it to my football soccer football tryouts when I was younger. It wasn't like my lucky jersey or anything like that, but I just like it. And this is one of the older retro jerseys for goalkeeper jerseys for America. Uruguay is recycling, trying to get it ball safe back to the United States, though, which is good to see. But what will be better is if we can get some type of like forward, some forward, movement going on with our attack. I would like to see us. We haven't been. Wow, that guy looked like I looked like the coach from Dallas Cowboys. Old school coach from Dallas Cowboys, but it wasn't. I don't think it was. But I would like to see us try to get this ball forward. Yeah, that's not. He has a Dallas Cowboys hat on, but that's not a Dallas Cowboy coach. They're playing in Kansas City. It's not that far away from Texas. I'm sure he's not getting any love wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat at Arrowhead, which is where the Chiefs play. Kansas City Chiefs, at least. Tyler Adams has got to be careful. Glad to see that the referee didn't do something stupid and give him a yellow for a challenge there, which was not certainly wasn't a cardable challenge. We're going to do a corner kick. It's going to be a throw-in for the USA. So let's go. Let's go. I'm just trying to get that advertisement out of the way for you. Wait a minute. By the way, so you're saying there's a chance. 1-1, Panama, Bolivia. 1-1, Panama, Bolivia. Bolivia, red, the gold, and the green. Please, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. But again, 1-1 in that, or in the Bolivia game. Apparently, it's under review. What is going on? Okay, it looks like the goal is going to stand in that Panama versus Bolivia matchup. We're not out of the woods yet. Certainly not out of the woods just yet. We need to definitely we definitely need to hold on here. It helps. It helps. Every bit helps with Bolivia knotting it up at one apiece. Good foul. Good smart foul. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no. Now we need Bolivia to score again. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts a lot. Let's see if his goal was offsides. Hopefully it was. But that's kind of that kind of takes a lot out of our sales if if that's the case. Let's see. We'll see. We're holding on. I'm going to hold on to I'm going to wait to see this on replay here. But he's involved in the play. Oh, man. Wow. Just as this crowd had heard the good news about wait a minute. He's all sides. He's all sides. He's all sides. That's all sides. That's all sides. The header, the initial header. All sides. That's got to be all sides. That's got to be all sides. Now, the initial play wasn't all sides. Now, right here, I know you're not watching with me, but the initial contact, yes, he's onside. However, the initial contact, he was the follow-up from that header was from a player that was offsides. So we're still waiting for a confirmation on this. We're still waiting for a confirmation. This should not take that long. This should not take that long. I'm sorry, but it shouldn't. Oops, sorry about that. I thought it was on the screen there. This should not be that long of a review. I get that they have to be 100% sure. Tell me how they're 100% sure when tell me how they're 100% sure. Tell me how they're 100% sure when they called a goal. They called a goal. They called a goal. They called the goal. They called a goal. There's no announcement by the referee. There's no explanation from the referee. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Well done, Common. You've now made me a skeptic. You've now made me a conspiracy skeptic about this, about the play and the coverage of this. That was not a goal. That was offsides. No, they're not going to draw up any lines. They're talking about it online. The announcers are like, I'm sure they're drawing up lines and da-da-da. They have semi-automatic freaking offsides on this. They have semi-automatic offsides in these games. They have semi-automatic offsides in these games. That guy was offsides. The guy was offsides. I'm not saying that the player that initially made the shot was offsides. What I am saying is the fact that the two Uruguay players, while he was making the header, were offsides. So you take a shot, you get a save. The two players that are offsides can't be the first players to play the ball. It's that simple. But I'm sure, like, this is absolute craziness, because that's even going beyond Jay. That's going beyond the ref. That's going to the freaking VAR referee. So Josh Sargent's going to make an entry into this game. Don't know who he's going to be subbed in for, so that should be interesting to see if we go. Yeah, Canada going to represent. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's not. The game is not over. The game is not over. I think with all the adversity that's going on right now, I'm not going to say and any means of it is the game over. But I understand. Beijing Reds TV came over to kind of poke the bear a little bit. I got you. With our U.S. men's national team and in Canada rivalry, if you want to call it that, going on. Yeah. Panama has just scored a goal in the Bolivia game. It is now 2-1 to Panama. So it is looking very, very unlikely. It's definitely the shades are being drawn that much more in this tournament for us. But again, you fight on. Let's see if that goal stands for Bolivia or for Panama. Is that another one from him? Who's that score for him? That is bull. That is bull. Yo. That is, they just tried to show the they just tried to show the angle on the allowed goal. That is Bush League. Bush League. Uruguay is good enough that you don't have to cheat for them. CONMEBOL referees. That is horrible. Absolutely horrible. If you see what they used, a guy's knee, his knee was way, way advanced. And they used like the smallest part. They tried to get whatever part of the shoe they could get for the U.S. men's national team player to call that good. That is absolute garbage. Garbage. Come on, score. Oh my God. We should have scored there. The goalkeeper for Uruguay was out of the net. They were scrambling. I don't know what they were thinking. Uruguay is some dark arts. I'm definitely sticking with Colombia as my team to pick this. I'm definitely sticking with my Colombia pick. Pulisic tried to just, oh man, they were scrambling. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Uruguay players there. 5 Uruguay players there. No, I don't have Ronaldo tears. No way. Would I like to win? Absolutely. I'm not going to get like crying over this, especially considering what has been considering the game. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't be. If we had missed a penalty kick like Ronaldo did earlier, if we had if this had gone down into yeah, Diaz does play for Colombia, for Liverpool FC. But but yeah, if we had gotten to a place where we were at penalty kicks and we lost at penalty kicks, I'd be like, oh well, that's beat. Obviously, that's not going to happen in this case because there's no penalty kicks in it. Yeah, definitely. Big up, big up, big up. Face mask tuning in from Ghana. I appreciate that, brother. Definitely. Turner for good save there. Yeah, I just look at it. I'm not really. I would certainly like to. Obviously, I would like to see USA win this game. I'm not giving up that we can't get some type of result, but it's kind of sucks because right now, what we still need even with a goal, even if we were to get a goal, we would still need for Bolivia to score again. It looks like they've just gotten an injured player. Panama has an injured player in their game. They're coming up on the 84th minute in that game. They're up 2-1. I was thinking more so, look, we're playing against the best team in the group. We've now had 2 games where one game against Panama where they used their dark arts. Panama is a dirty team. They're a bunch of pieces of you know what, and I think I had, and the sad thing is I have a Panama jersey, I think, from a friend that actually who played for that team. If it wasn't a gift, I would probably burn it by now. But I also am not really that. I'm not really like I just want us to go out and actually just continue to fight. As long as we continue to fight, we end up not getting into the group stage or out of the group stage, and so be it. But it's a wake up call. The only positive thing about this is that we get knocked out of group stage. There's absolutely no way Greg Berhalter continues on as our coach. Period. There's absolutely no way Greg Berhalter continues on as coach. I would go even as far as to say, I don't want to see him continue on as our coach, even if we were to have gotten past group stage. Okay? The song that we usually sing is I believe we will win. I believe we will win. They go through the whole, I'm not going to go through the whole process of it, but it's like segmented out. But yeah, freaking Panama. Oh my gosh, they are so bad too. Hate Panama because they're not good. All they do is foul, kick, waste time, dive. I hate Panama when it comes to playing them. Sucks that we lost to them. That part sucks. Yep, that's the chant, Philly Liverpool FC. That is normally the chant. But look, stranger things have happened. Better teams, we've beaten better teams than even this Uruguay team. So look, oh wow. See what I mean? Going for ankles. Nunez, Darwin, buddy. Come on, bruh. Right? Come on, bruh. Darwin. Find a seat for Darwin, Bielsa. Hey, I don't want to see Darwin get another yellow card and not be able to play on. Because Darwin's my guy. But I also don't want to see him doing tackles. That tackle should have been another card because he's already on one card. Running out of space, but we're still looking to get this involved in something. I'm going to keep the other game in my rear view. Oh, man. Bolivia trying to get Bolivia trying to get something going on. Rusty McKinney, a long throw in, cleared away. Tim Ream trying to push it back in. Push back into the attacking third. Dude, you can have it, bruh. Don't really. If USA gets knocked out, I'm saying this now. We still have 9 minutes. There's no guarantee we get knocked out. Just I'll show you a difference. I do believe that we can get something. So I'll keep on rooting for them and keep on hoping. So, and we'll see. We will see. We will see. But I know he's trying to poke the bear. Barnes is my guy. Oh my gosh, Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent, you've got to please just do something better with it, Josh. This crowd is not giving up on them. This crowd is not giving up on them. There's not many coaches that I would to hire, to be honest with you. I'm disappointed that I'm telling you the truth. Brad Marsh has disappointed me by going to Canada, especially considering the state of our team and the talent that we have, the absolute talent that we definitely have. Who was that had? Was that Haji Wright? Haji Wright almost had a chance to get it in there. Haji Wright plays for Covington in England. Has had some success with that too. There's absolutely no way you call that onside. That's bullshit. Excuse my language, but that is absolute bull. Absolute bull. But this game is now a wrap when it comes to Panama versus Bolivia. They've just scored a third goal. They're up 3-1. I think that like where people are going to no, he's not even from Canada, by the way. He's an American. Brad Marsh is an American. I would call barely an American now. Barely an American. But I mean, like, I guess it's all good. I guess it's all good because we got to score 2 goals here to have any hope of progressing on. We have to now score 2 goals against Uruguay. Is not looking likely. Is not looking likely that we are going to end up progressing on through the stages. It's unfortunate that the looks like a good crowd showed up for USA, and I mean a pro USA crowd showed up today, which is really, really cool. Playing in Kansas City, representing the red, white, and blue on a Monday, is definitely cool to see that we've gotten some, allegiance to the team to show them that we support them, despite the fact that we are playing against Uruguay, who look to be a team that are going to be moving on. Suarez is about to join the pitch. Does not look like it doesn't look like Nunez is going to be able to get an opportunity to continue his goal streak. We've only gotten one shot on goal. That's pretty bad when it comes to it. But big up Dara. Big up Dara. Looks like, oh, come on, man. Ugarte's down. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. We should have scored there, man. At least score there. And, Ugarte is garbage, by the way. Ugarte is garbage. He might have just seriously injured himself, too. Yeah, man, I Philly Liverpool FC, I can only hope. I can only hope. Who knows how much extra time they're going to give in this game for all the stoppages that they've had. Who knows? 5 minutes extra time. 5 minutes extra time in the Bolivia game versus Panama. Yeah, it's the Copa America. Yeah. But I'll tell you this much. Ugarte is bootleg, dude. He is bootleg, to say the least. He's whack. We'll see if we end up making him a Liverpool player, but I can understand why he struggled in PSG. Darwin Nunez is going to be coming off. Dude, I don't want a Canada jersey. Why would I want a Canada jersey from a Canadian team that, if at best, will get demolished in their next game? Why would I want a Canada jersey? I can't even tell you the last time Canada's won anything. When you start winning trophies, Canada, then I'll wear a jersey in shame. Yeah, I know. The only thing that you guys have as a trophy is that you signed harsh. Oh man. It shows you the difference in levels too. Because I think, like, how many goals has Canada scored in this tournament? I want to know, how many goals have they scored? Let me see. Oof, good save. Good save. So here is what I mean by what I say. if you look at Canada's freaking group, Canada had scored one freaking goal. Canada had scored one goal the entire tournament. They scored one goal the entire tournament, and Canada is about to go on to the next round. So, congratulations to Canada for making it into the knockout round. Don't sit there and pound your chest like you guys made some incredible accomplishment in a division or in a group that included Peru, who is the referee for this game, okay, and Chile, who is absolute garbage, okay, who you ended up getting a 0-0 draw with, okay, absolute garbage. Like you got absolutely outplayed against Argentina in the kickoff. So I mean, like, it'd be different if Uruguay absolutely handed it to us in this game, but it hasn't been the case. Come on, put that in. But yeah, man. So I wish you the best against Venezuela. I wish you the best. I will definitely see what you guys do. You know? That's Beijing Red TV. I'm going to say this. If you want to talk international football, or as we say here on this side of on the side of the pond, soccer, bro, I will definitely put you on to something, because I love myself some international. And considering the last major tournament, USA are the winners and champions of. Come on, man. Don't disrespect my USA. If you win Copa, hands up, hands up. I'll put my hands up and say you are the best team in North America and South America at the moment, if you can win Copa America. But I'm just trying to keep it 100. I know you don't want to remember the last major tournament. You know what I mean? I know you don't want to remember the last major tournament. But again, the last major tournament was won for North America, was won by U.S. men's national team. And well done. I mean, this is actually the first time you've gotten into the Copa America. This is the first time Canada's ever been in Copa America. So them going on and doing what they're doing is a very big feat for them, certainly, to get put into possibly the weakest group and end up getting out of the weakest group with Argentina, obviously, is a very commendable achievement by Canada. Oh man, we cannot catch a break though. We cannot catch a break. We cannot catch a break. But yes. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, we shall see. We are pressing into 6 minutes of extra time. And we are we are pressing on. Definitely pressing on. Oh God. They are just throwing bodies at the. This is why I don't understand. This is one thing I definitely will say I don't understand for Bielsa, He's playing these players in this game, in a game where they've already advanced to the next round. He's already had one player that's not going to probably be eligible for the next for the knockout stage because he just got a concussion. He just had another player literally just go into his own man and will have to go through concussion protocol, considering he just went straight head first into the guy's into his own player's knee. Why he's playing? That I don't understand that at all. Jay, that's the only thing I'm happy about this game. Greg Berhalter will no longer be our coach. That is, I will say that openly. I do not like Greg Berhalter. Never have liked Greg Berhalter as our coach, and I've been vocal in saying that he should not be our coach. 1-0 is going to be the final of this game. What a shame. What a shame. U.S. is not going to be pressing on into the knockout stages. He is, Jay, you're absolutely right. I think he is borderline better. He's just borderline better than Southgate. And that's borderline better. Borderline. I think though that Greg Berhalter should do us all a favor and quit. I don't want to hear about how the players love him or the players are behind him. I don't want to hear that bull crap. I don't want to hear about it. I know that most people don't want to hear about what the only thing that saves Greg Berhalter. Yeah, the U.S. is out. The only thing that saves Greg Berhalter in these games, and this is just the honest to God truth. Yeah, go get Klopp. I got you there. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to hold out on Klopp. If Jurgen Klopp came over and became our coach, that would be so awesome. But I doubt that will ever happen. There's more likelihood of me becoming U.S. men's national team coach. Yeah, I know. That's the state of the CONCACAF today. That's the state of CONCACAF today. The two teams that are progressing forward are honestly the fourth, if not the fifth best team in our group, in our region. The fourth and possibly the fifth best teams in our region are progressing on as representatives for CONCACAF in this tournament. Both teams will undoubtedly get knocked out in the next round. That I'm willing to put any wager on. Because Venezuela will not be like Chile, and they are definitely not like Peru. They are certainly not even close to that poor of teams. And I would also go as far as to say Panama's got to play either Brazil or Colombia. Now, the only thing, if Philly Liverpool FC, I know is a guy who likes to wager. The only thing I would put a wager on is that there will certainly be more than one yellow card, if not possibly more than one red card in that game when Panama goes up against whoever they end up going up against. I am beyond a doubt willing to take that kind of wager too, because Panama and both Panama is an absolutely Bush League, dark arts, borderline disrespectful team. Absolutely poor team. But they did their thing and they made us pay for it. They made us pay for it. So yeah, I'm gonna get that up for you guys. Let me see if I can find out. Let me bring this down real quick, and I'm gonna bring up what the brackets are going to look like now that this game is over. I'm going to see what the brackets are looking like. Table. Let's go to the table. Let's see if I can. I'm looking for a Copa America. Excuse me. Don't want that. Just want the Copa. Let me see if I can get to Copa America. I'm trying to get into Copa America on this app here that I have. Trying my best. Trying my best. Copa America. Yeah, okay. Big up Chris Angel. Big up Dakota as well. Team Capri Suns in the house. Let's see. So all right, so I'm going to bring up here the quarter finals, the fixtures here. So we will have Argentina versus Ecuador. That would be a good matchup. Actually, Ecuador is a decent team. They play a lot of dark arts too. Venezuela versus Canada will be on the 5th of July. We're still waiting for a Group D winner to either play against Panama, and we'll be looking for the Group D runner-up to be playing against Uruguay. Chances are it is going to be a difficult matchup, whichever it ends up being, because honestly, Colombia and Brazil are two juggernauts when it comes to South American football, and it looks like Panama is going to be faced up against either Brazil or Colombia, and Uruguay is going to be faced up against, most likely it could be Uruguay versus Brazil, and it could be Panama versus Colombia if it remains the way it is today. But we'll see if that ends up being the case. But again, it looks like the only team that is progressing for America, for North America that is, are going to be Panama and Canada. So basically the country that is the furthest most southern country for North America, and the most northern country in North America will be representing. Everyone in the middle just got pushed to the side there. And it looks like Argentina, Ecuador, Venezuela, Canada, and it's just a matter of whether it's going to be Brazil or Brazil or Colombia getting the number one position in the Group D. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm sure that a lot of people tuned in to kind of see me go crazy or go, wild out like in Half Baked, but not the case. I say the silver lining in this is that I will not have to call Greg Berhalter my coach, most likely, coming up after this, because I don't care how U.S. men's national team PR tries to spin this. I don't care how much the pundits out there that do love Greg Berhalter try to spin this. I don't care how anyone nearly wants to try to spin this. I'm going to say this once again, loudly as possible. Greg, Triple G, bon voyage, brother. You are hopefully not going to be returning as our coach. And we hopefully, unfortunately, we don't have the means of getting a viable coach, but we need to figure out something because we will be hosting World Cup. We obviously going to need a coach that's going to be holding down our Olympic team. So again, it's kind of beat to lose the number. We were ranked the number 11th ranked team in the world. That is U.S. men's national team. We just lost against the number 14th ranked team in the world, being Uruguay, but they were still undeniably the favorites despite the rankings, and they got us. So, hey, it is what it is. But again, thank you guys for joining me for this watch along. I will be doing a watch along for the Brazil-Colombia game because Colombia is definitely my, is my second country that I support out there. So I will be watching the Colombia-Brazil game. If you guys want to help me out by tuning in and watching that game along with me, be cool. Tomorrow I'm going to do another doubleheader. I'll have a show tomorrow in the 7 o'clock hour of the UK. Be sure to tune in if you got time for that. Hey, it is what it is, brothers and sisters out there that support the red, white, and blue. Yeah, I got you. Diaz, anytime. Anytime. Diaz, anytime goal. And Cody, anytime goal. Got it written down there, Philly Loafer FC. Got it written down. All right, guys, I will check you guys out tomorrow. Hopefully you guys can tune in. Again, it's 11 o'clock here. It would be 2 p.m. on Eastern time. Yeah, if you can tune in tomorrow, we'll be talking about some of the Copa talent that we just saw, possibly even some Copa talent that you haven't had an opportunity to check out, that I would love to see Liverpool go in for a transfer for. And other than that, I normally say up the Reds, but since they weren't, and since the only Red that played ended up winning, I guess I could say up the Reds for him. But all the same, definitely see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care, guys. Peace.